Hello everyone. Today we're going to learn about ternary operators or conditional operators in JavaScript. Before learning conditional operators, we should know a little bit about conditional statement. So what does conditional statement or conditional operator do? Actually, they does the same thing. They check the condition and implement only a particular block of code. So let me give you some example about conditional statement first. So what we can do, we know that in India, we have to be legal or we have to be above 18 years age to vote. So let me write a code where we check if a particular person is legal to vote or not. So let me give one example and let me write one variable that is age. Let me give it a value 18. So I can write a conditional statement here where I can check if the age is greater or equal to 18 and I can console some message that is legal to vote. So we know that in India, if you are above or 18 years of old, you are eligible to vote. Else what we can do, we can say console.log not legal to vote. So let me execute this code. So legal to vote because we have given the age value of 18. So let me reduce the age. So it's saying not legal to vote. So it is a conditional statement, and what does conditional statement do is that it will check some conditions, and according to the condition it will execute only a particular block of code. So here in the if block, what we are checking if the age is greater or equal to 18, and it's true because we are it's false because we are given age equal to 17. So that's why it's ignoring this particular first block and it's directly coming to the else block. And in the else block, the message is not legal to vote, and that's why it's executing this particular message. So this is conditional statement, but now we are going to talk about conditional operator in JavaScript. So conditional operator does the same thing, but we can do it by using a single line. So how can we implement it? Let me show you. We can create a variable, and what can we do? We can check the condition. So it is the way of writing conditional operator in JavaScript. Legal to vote, otherwise not legal to vote. So I have written this. Let me console the message and I will explain how it works. Okay. So we are getting the same output. Now let me explain how it works. In the 16th line, we can see we have initialized, we have created one variable, and we are checking if age is greater than or equal to 18. Here, the question mark represents the ternary operator. So ternary operator or the conditional operators. So it acts like the if-else block only, but what we are doing in this 4 line of code, we can do it in a single line of code. Particular line, it acts like if block. It checks if the age is greater than or equal to 18. If it is true, then this particular message is going to store in the message variable. Otherwise, this particular message, the last one, is going to store in the message variable. So this is the way of writing ternary operator, and it's quite easy and handy too. It will reduce the number of line of code if you're gonna write some conditions. And you can also notice that in the if-else block, we can write multiple conditions. It's not like we can only write 2 conditions, but here in conditional operator, we are writing only 2 conditions. We are checking only 2 conditions. That is, if the age is greater than or equal to 18, it will store this particular message. Otherwise, it will store the other particular message. But it is quite obvious that in ternary operator too, we can write multiple conditions. Let me show you. So, okay. Let me day equal to 5. Okay, let me write a variable where I store equal to. If day is equal to 1, then what we can do? We can do Monday. Otherwise, if day equal to 2, what can do? We can do Tuesday. Otherwise, if day equal to 3, what can we do? We can return Wednesday. If day equal to 4, what can return? We can return Thursday. If day equal to 5, we can return Friday, and if day equal to 6, we can return Saturday, and in the last we can return Sunday. So here let me console it and check weekday. So it's giving Friday because we have written 5. So in this way you can write multiple conditions in using ternary operators. So let me explain how it works. So in the first line you can see we have checked day equal to 1. If it is true, then it returns Monday. So it's working like if and else if block. This is the if block one. This first line is the if block. This second one acts like else if block. This third one also acts like else if block. And in this way all this condition acts like else if block. So in the last condition, what we have returning directly Sunday. It is because we know that if this all condition doesn't fulfill, the day will be Sunday. That's why we are returning Sunday here. So this is the way of writing multiple conditions in using ternary operators in JavaScript, but it is not recommended. If you have multiple conditions, then you should go with this if-else block. You should practice this way of writing if you have multiple conditions, because it is quite easy to debug and it is readable and it is easy to understand too. But here it is quite clumsy and it is very difficult to debug if something wrong goes here. So that's why this is the way of writing multiple conditions in ternary operators. So yeah, this is the way of implementing ternary operators in JavaScript. I hope you guys have found this interesting. Yeah, keep supporting guys.